Alright, I thought I'd let the scenery do the talking there instead of me. So let's climb up onto the wing, open up the door, and check out that interior. This is the Bonanza A36TC, or turbocharged airframe, by Black Square. I've been flying the Baron lately, and it's time to put the Bonanza through its paces. So we've got the door closed. We'll open up the window here. I love that this looks like the interior of a sports car, which is very fitting for the Bonanza. And look at this airport. You can download it from the video details. So we'll remove the control wheel lock, verify that our landing gear is down. Our emergency gear extension handle is stowed. All of our circuit breakers are in. Our oxygen is sufficient. We'll head over here and verify that the avionics are off. That looks good. Come down here and get the mixture to full rich. Prop is already full forward. We will open the cowl flaps. Head over here. All of our sub-panel switches are off. Circuit breakers are in. Carbon monoxide test, check. Looks good. Our fuel selector, rotate it through each position, put it to the fullest tank. Turn on the beacon. Turn on the battery. Check our bus voltage. That looks good. Test our annunciators. They all illuminate. Turn on the alternator and standby alternator. Next, we'll turn on the fuel pump to low, verify that it's audible. Turn that back off. Turn on the standby gyro, and you can see the attitude indicator spin up to life. We'll verify that we have instrument error. We do. We can turn the standby gyro back off. Alright. We are ready to start the engine, so we'll bring the throttle to full. We'll turn on the fuel pump to high. Watch our fuel flow peak. Turn the fuel pump back off. Crack the throttle. Check that the prop area is clear. Clear prop. Looks good. Feet are on the brakes, and we'll crank it over. Give it another couple seconds, and it caught. Alright, engine instruments look good. Annunciators are extinguished. Our alternator load looks good. And we've got a good engine start. Alright. Lean that for ground operations. Lean the mixture. Head down here. We can turn on the taxi and the landing lights. Avionics are on. Howdy here. Let's close up that window and check out our flight brief. So we're departing from Foxtrot Delta Delta and heading to Melbourne. We're going to not fly direct, but fly to Winter Haven first. And the reason for that is because we have a restricted area off to our east that we can't fly through. And to the north of the restricted area, we have the Orlando class Bravo. So we're kind of between a rock and a hard place with a narrow passage to fly between the two. We are going to request a Bravo transition so we don't have to thread the needle between the two, and then we can fly at 3,500 for the entire flight. I'm expecting Say Intentions to give us the smallest runway, the general aviation runway, that's 3,000 feet, and that's right near the FBO that we want to taxi to. Let's dial in the ATIS.
Lakeland Linder International Airport, information Papa. 1450 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 105. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, scattered at 5,000 feet. Temperature 23. Dew point 14. Altimeter 3000.
Let's call flight services and get the weather brief for Melbourne. St. Pete Flight Service Center, Bonanza 408 Delta Delta on the ground at Foxtrot Delta 77. We'd like to get the weather for Melbourne, Mike Lima Bravo.
Bonanza 8 Delta Delta, Melbourne weather, wind 200 at 4, altimeter 29er, surface elevation 130 feet, no active TFRs.
Thanks very much, Bonanza 8 Delta Delta. Let's start our timer here on the yoke. Wimauma traffic, Bonanza 408 Delta Delta, taxi from the ramp to the run-up area, Wimauma. Brakes work. I am in love with this air park. This is freeware, which is unbelievable, and the detail and the atmosphere is fantastic. We've got a dedicated run-up pad up here, so we'll park on that and do our run-up. We'll check that our flight controls are free and correct. We'll get our RPMs up to 1,700, do our mag check. Mag left. Good drop. Wimauma traffic, Bonanza 8 Delta Delta, back taxi, runway 27 for departure, Wimauma. Alright, we've got the controls all the way aft to try to keep that nose wheel up off the grass. We're going to try to avoid braking. Check out all of the cows over here to the right, and I love that they modeled some of the surrounding buildings like the one off to our left here. We've got a beautiful day. We're running with live weather and live time. We're going to do a 180 here and attempt a soft field takeoff, which I find is actually harder to do in the sim than it is in real life because you can't feel anything in the sim. So here goes, full throttle. We've got the controls back. We're going to let that nose wheel pop up. Try to level out in ground effect, build up some speed in ground effect, and then pop up out of ground effect. Since we're not doing a short field, we're just going to climb at VY. We've got a positive rate, our gears coming up, our flaps are back to neutral. And not terrible. I popped up a bit earlier than I wanted, and that was more of a VX climb than a VY climb. But we did not turn into a fireball, so I will rate that as a success. We're leveling out at 3,500 so we can adjust our prop and our throttle for our cruise speeds. Looks good. Over to approach for flight falling. Tempo approach. Bonanza 408 Delta Delta, 7 miles north, Foxtrot Lima 78 at 3,500. Would like flight falling, destination Melbourne, Mike Lima Bravo at 3,500.
Bonanza 8 Delta Delta, squawk 5546 and ident.
5546 and ident, Bonanza 8 Delta Delta.
Bonanza 8 Delta Delta, radar contact over Stanchester Airport at 3500 feet. Lithia altimeter 2997.
Position checks 2997 8 Delta Delta. Taxi and landing light can come off, mixture is lean for cruise. Let's sit back and enjoy that awesome flight simulator scenery.
3492, contact Jacksonville Center on 125.175. Up to 12, 12,000, Spirit Wings 1220.
Request crossing Bravo, yes, straight ahead.
Radar contact, climb and maintain 13,000. Bonanza 8 Delta Delta, contact Tampa approach on 120.65.
Over to 120.65, Bonanza 8 Delta Delta. Tampa approach, Bonanza 408 Delta Delta, 3,500.
Bonanza 08 Delta Delta, Tampa departure, good morning, Barto, altimeter 3000. Spirit Wings 1220, contact Metro Tower on 135.775.
I was hoping to make the transition request directly to Orlando, but I'm still in Tampa, so let's ask them. Tampa approach, Bonanza 408 Delta Delta, request Orlando class Bravo transition at 3,500 to Melbourne.
Bonanza 8 Delta Delta, cleared into the Orlando class Bravo airspace. Maintain VFR at 3500.
Cleared into the Orlando Bravo, maintain VFR at 3,500, Bonanza 8 Delta Delta.
Tri-motor Charlie 92, verify you're squawking 1642, mode Charlie. Bonanza 8 Delta Delta, contact Orlando approach on 119.4.
Over to 119.4, Bonanza 8 Delta Delta. Orlando approach, Bonanza 408 Delta Delta, 3,500.
Bonanza 08 Delta Delta, Orlando departure. Good afternoon, Lake Wales, altimeter 29904.
29904, Bonanza 8 Delta Delta.
Departure Chancellor 1 Lima Charlie 2000 for 4000. 42
We'll get the ATIS from Melbourne.
International Airport.
Southwest
Information
142 radar contact.
1553 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 27 left, 23, 27 right. Wind 255
Southwest
at 10.
142 contact, Jack.
Hello, Orlando approach, Charlie 414 Alpha Whiskey. We do a 5,500 feet, tracking 340 VFR from Jacksonville.
Switching to Miami Center on 126.525, East Skycatcher 1 uniform kilo.
Let's get ahead of the plane and get Orlando Tower dialed in for the handoff. Ready yourselves for descent.
Bonanza 08 Delta Delta, Orlando departure. Contact Melbourne, Orlando Tower on 118.2.
Over to 118.2, Bonanza 8 Delta Delta. Melbourne Tower, Bonanza 408 Delta Delta, 3,500, full stop landing with information Papa.
Bonanza 08 Delta Delta, Melbourne Tower, enter left downwind for runway 23.
Left downwind, runway 23, Bonanza 8 Delta Delta.
Skyhawk 361, welcome to Melbourne. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Alright, exactly as briefed. So we're going to maneuver to the southeast and come in for the downwind on 2-3. Get the gear down. Verify that we have 3 green lights. Looks good. Alright, we'll turn here. This should put us on a nice 45-degree approach for the left downwind for runway 23. And I love the photogrammetry in this area. It looks incredibly realistic.
Citation 88 Golf holding short of 23, ready for takeoff.
That's general aviation traffic injection with sand tensions. Awesome to have other traffic to deal with.
Bonanza 8 Delta Delta, winds 250 at 10, runway 23 cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 23, Bonanza 8 Delta Delta. Okay, we got our first notch of flaps. We'll turn left base here. We're starting our descent.
Hold short of 23, November 825, Quebec Lima.
We'll be coming in over the water. Couple boats here.
November 825, Quebec Lima, hold short of runway 23.
Contacting departure, Diamond 62, Papa Sierra.
Turning final. We've got our second notch of flaps. Altitude's looking pretty good. Just a tad high. We've got to come in right over these hangars here. I'm trying to land at 80 to 85. A little bit of wind going on. Round it out a bit high, we'll let that settle down a little. Okay, hold it off. Not too bad, actually, in center line. Take this first exit here.
Bonanza 8 Delta Delta, welcome to Melbourne. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Ground on .9er, Bonanza 8 Delta Delta. Melbourne ground, Bonanza 408 Delta Delta, clear runway 23 at Victor, taxi to Fit Aviation.
Bonanza 08 Delta Delta, Melbourne ground, taxi to Fit Aviation via Victor Charlie Foxtrot. Good day.
Taxi Fit Aviation via Victor Charlie Foxtrot, good day. Bonanza 8 Delta Delta. Alright, those taxi instructions are right on. I can see Charlie right up ahead on our left. And Say Intentions has been doing just awesome with ground instructions lately. I gave it a destination of Fit Aviation and named FBO, and it sent me on absolutely perfect taxi instructions to get here. Great job. So we found our spot. Let's pull in. Then we'll get everything shut down and do our debrief. Alright, the Bonanza's a lot of fun. It was very similar to starting up the Baron, similar startup procedure, so I like that, and it's a very sporty single-engine aircraft to zip around with. Give it a try. So I hope you enjoy realistic general aviation content like this. If you do, click that like button, leave me a comment, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks as always for following along with me, and stay tuned for further flight adventures.